Steve Hilton is a former advisor to British Prime Minister David Cameron. He joins us now from Washington to discuss the North Korea situation. Steve, thanks for being here.
Evening, Brad. Good to be with you.
You know, we've talked about this a lot over the years, about the ability of the U.S. to pressure allies to make a difference with diplomacy. Is this time different in your view?
I think it is different because there's a big point here that is becoming clearer and clearer, almost with every day, which is that this president and his team are conducting foreign policy in a way that is strong and serious and takes serious issues seriously. We haven't seen that for a long time. Now, you don't deal with problems by ignoring them. You don't just sit and hope for the best and wish them away. And I think that what the difference you're seeing now is that it's a combination of the diplomacy, a concerted, consistent message on the economic front. There's a range of things, but underlying all of that is a real sense that this administration means business. And that's the connection also with other actions they've taken in the foreign policy arena, for example, the Syrian airstrike. So I've got a feeling that there's more grounds for optimism now than we've seen for many, many years.
The words are pretty firm, coming from the Secretary of State and also from our greatest ally, Great Britain. Take a listen today.
We must levy new sanctions on DPRK entities and individuals supporting its weapons and missile programs and tighten those that are already in place. We will not hesitate to sanction third country entities and individuals supporting the DPRK's illegal activities.
There could hardly be a clearer threat to world peace, more demanding of a unified response than the activities of one member of the United Nations, North Korea, breaking its treaty obligations, ignoring the will of this Council, and making blood-curdling threats to inflict grievous harm on peoples of other countries.
Boris Johnson, the British foreign minister there, you know, despite all of those words, it really does come down to China.
Yes, and I think there again, let's look at the grounds for optimism. Before the election, a lot of people were running around saying that one of the big risks of a President Trump would be that he had no clue about international relations, he goes around insulting people, he's never going to get allies or even those who are more neutral or to work with us on anything. And actually in office it's been precisely the opposite of that, and he showed in that meeting at Mar-a-Lago a couple of weeks ago that he takes this seriously and he understands, I suspect on the advice of his very strong team, that actually the security issue in North Korea are the top priority, and as a good negotiator he's understanding how to try and get a negotiating partner to focus on that. So you're right that China's vital, but that again seems to be moving in the right direction.
Yeah, the conversations, we're told, continue, and that the Chinese president has called, and he has called the Chinese president, Xi, numerous times. Last thing, if North Korea is going to completely get rid of its nuclear weapons, it seems like it's a long way to go. Could we possibly stop short of that and still have a win diplomatically?
Yeah, I think that the crucial point here is actually the change that's happened with this North Korean leader compared to the previous ones. The previous ones genuinely seemed to want nuclear weapons as a defensive move, so to make sure that they couldn't be pushed around. What's changed is the desire to have weapons that can actually attack and reach America and other allies. Now, if at least we can get them back to the previous position, that is much more reassuring. Now, when our president talked about the fact that this could end in conflict, a lot of people took those words and found them slightly scary. The really scary thing is what North Korea is doing, and that's why it's so important that he's standing up to them in a strong way.
It's the biggest story this week. Steve Hilton, as always, thank you.
Thank you.